Hey, I'm Kelly. Thanks for joining me today. Today, we're going to talk about this monster here on my little table called the little leaf bush Hoya, or Hoya cumingiana. As you can tell, this Hoya is kind of a monster. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. I have a love-hate thing with this particular Hoya. My love for it is the unique shape, the size of the leaves, the color, the way the flowers bloom. My hatred towards it is the size of it, the shape of the leaves, no, I'm just kidding. It's just so big. It's one of the bigger Hoyas that I have. And believe it or not, this guy has been trimmed, I don't know, 50 times. And I have 3 full-size plants the size of this, all grown from the same original cutting. I have 3 full-size plants. Oh my God, this Hoya loves to grow. So like I said, one of the nicknames for this Hoya is Little Leaf Bush Hoya. Some people say it's like a bush type growing Hoya. I just particularly don't see it. I would say scraggly, scrambling, sprawly Mr. Hoya. That's a better name. Might be a little bit hard to fit on like a nameplate. But this Hoya is very cool. And some of the traits that I love about it are the little leaves. The little leaves are pretty awesome. Then it also has flowers that smell. I'm thinking they smell a little citrus. That's what they smell like to me. But other people say they smell like cinnamon. So this morning when I smelled it, it's as if an orange and a piece of cinnamon got together, did some hanky-panky. That's what it smells like. A nice literal combination of the two. It's wonderful. It's very lightly scented. You have to get up close to the flower to smell it, but it's very, very good. Another thing I really like about this Hoya is that it's pretty disease and pest free. I was growing this outside. I only protect it on the coldest parts of our winter for maybe about a month. Otherwise it grows outside just fine. It grows even better in the greenhouse. Outside, as you can tell, it doesn't really affect the growth much. This Hoya was the last one to get scale or aphids or anything, and if it did, it was usually because a little ant colony had found itself into my potting media, or something was going on, because this Hoya is pretty resistant to all of that, and you gotta love a Hoya that's naturally like that. It's awesome. The new leaf structure of the Hoya is pretty cute. Very small, very reddish. And one of the best things, like this is a good Hoya for beginners. And the reason that is it roots easy, fast grower, reliable. If you overwatered it, just start letting the soil dry out and it will recover. The only thing you're gonna have to watch out for is it will grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So just keep trimming it as you want, and you don't have to let it get this big. But if you want to, it'll definitely become a specimen. But basically it's a good beginner one because I didn't do much to this at the very beginning. And without me trying to do too much, it has become this. So this Hoya is from the Philippines, Java, and Borneo. I don't know if it was named after anyone. I didn't find out that information. One thing you do want to note is that if you're trying to bloom Hoya cumingiana, it does respond favorably to slightly cooler nights and shorter day lengths. That helps trigger the blooms in this Hoya. And actually, even though I didn't read that about a lot of the other Hoyas I grow, I'm noticing the same trend. It's December in Southern California and all the Hoyas are going into bloom right now. So it's got to be the cooler nighttime temperatures and the shorter day length. The shortest day is just coming up in a little bit. After that bloom period is when they start the really amazing growth period. This particular Hoya didn't even need a lot of fertilizer. It grows a lot on its own, but it does appreciate a good well-balanced fertilizer. Something organic, and that tends to make the leaves very, very, very nice and stiff. I'm building a trellis for my next version of this, where instead of letting it cascade naturally with the big long octopus arms, I'm gonna try and trellis it into a specific shape and see how that works. Because it should actually be pretty nice once we start shaping it into, I don't know what I'm gonna do it as yet, but it should be cool. I love this Hoya. And I hate this Hoya only because it's so big and it takes up so much room. But it's also because I have a lot of them, so it makes it kind of fun. But the love comes from small leaves, very, very, very hardy. It's not very fragile at all. Great blooms, great fragrance to the blooms. disease resistant, pest resistant, any of those things that can affect some of your more sensitive Hoyas. This did not tend to have those issues. The one thing I wish had not happened is in the greenhouse, I did get the mineral deposits on many of the leaves. So if the camera focuses on some of them, they will be a little bit more splotchy, but you can get all that off. It's just this plant is too big. It's not gonna happen. If we had natural rainfall here, I would just leave it outside for a natural rainfall event and let that take all the mineral deposits off, but it is what it is. So short video today, but Hoya cumingiana, so much to love. I love the little growth and everything else about it. And it's just pretty damn awesome. All right, well, thanks for joining me today. I love doing these Hoya videos. Remember, like and subscribe so I can keep bringing you more interesting plants every day. And I will catch up with you guys soon. Thanks.